Okay, I'm asking for people to explain something to me because I don't get it. For all these years, I still don't get it. Exhibit A. Fat, bald, tattooed slob. No muscles. All flab. So, my body constituents are fat and tattoo ink. So I'm 90% fat and tattoo ink and no muscles. Okay, and other than size consideration, which I can, by the way, I can put a pancake lens on this really heavy Nikon D3, and I can still tuck it underneath my jacket. So size-wise, it's not that big if I put the correct lens on it, for packing around. Tell me why my fat tattooed ass, which has no muscles at all, has never had an issue. And I used to be really skinny and in pretty darn good shape too, but those are the days, right? Tell me why I can pack around the heaviest cameras out there all day long, and I'm pretty pathetic when it comes to pissing and moaning and whining, like, this is too much. But I have no issue packing this around all day long and packing it anywhere and everywhere I go. And I don't mean around town to take a shoot or to go shooting for fun or recreation. Tell me why. I've got no issue with it. And everybody else out there is whining about weight. Okay? I don't have any muscles. I'm all fat and tattoo ink. Is there some issue out there? I mean, are people genetically weaker now than when I was born in the 72? What's your issue? You're always talking. It's actually not a muscle issue, because if my fat tattooed fanny with no muscles, all blubber, who whines and moans like a little girl, meaning me, because I'm pretty bad. If I've got no issue packing this heavy honker, this isn't a heavy honker, this is a freaking tank, okay? If I've never had an issue for countless years packing this around, I don't know what issue you got, okay? And it's not a weight issue, and it's not a size issue. Well, I'm going to travel, and I need something small, and I just like a nice lightweight camera. Well, unless it's a little tiny point and shoot, none of them are going to fit in your pocket anyway. So, what's your issue? I'd rather have one battery that I don't need to change all day long. And I don't want to carry around a pocket full of batteries. And to me, this is no issue carrying around all day long. Here's the answer, and here's the secret. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not a matter of size. It's not a matter of weight. It's the same nonsense and the same crap when iPads started getting popular. And I've got a few iPads, so I'm not anti-iPad. I mean, here's my little iPad. Everybody started saying when these came out, and especially when they started getting good, when the iPad 2 came out, well, these are going to replace computers. These are, this is the future. This is all I need. And I'm gonna take the same thing is happening in cameras. And it's like, well, it's got no keyboard. Well, it does. It's got a screen where you can kind of type on it, but it's really pretty crappy. But they make up these roll-up keyboards that you can lay out and you can type on them and use your iPad. And it's like, okay, well, what about a mouse? Well, they make portable mouse attachments too. It is the anti-computer computer movement that, now I love my iPad, obviously, okay? It's got its use, basically for watching Netflix movies and, laying in bed like a lazy douche. That's what it's good for. It's not good for computer work. I can't actually be productive with this thing. But this is part of the anti-computer movement, and it's here to stay, but it's got a narrow spectrum of use. Okay? And the same thing is going on in cameras now that went on with computers. I don't like big old computers, I don't haul them around everywhere, and they just take up too much space, and I just want something really simple so I can watch movies and check my Facebook account, and that's what people are doing now with their cameras. They've got 36 megapixel cameras like this, and then, oh my god, what stupidity. They're taking the images off of these, they're like shooting RAW files, these big honking ass RAW files with like a D810, and then they're downsampling them and uploading them to Facebook. when you could do the same thing with an iPhone camera. But what is afoot is called, this was the anti-computer movement with the iPads. The same thing is going on now. It's the anti-camera movement. Well, this thing's really big, and it's like if I pointed at someone's face in the street, they go, that's obtrusive, and you know that's a big old camera. Someone's pointing at my face, but if I point like a mirrorless in their face or like a little point and shoot, then they don't seem so intimidated. Or here's the other good one. A professional from Sony. Excuse me while I laugh. A professional from Sony said, when I got a smaller camera and I'm in third world hellholes, it's not what he said actually, but basically that's what he said. When I'm in third world hellholes, and they see I have this little camera, they're less inclined to beat me over the head and want to steal it than if I have something like this, which looks expensive, which is basically what he said. It is basically exactly what the hell he said. So what's going on, since I'm all fat and tattoo ink and have no muscles, and I'm a whiny little girl, okay, and I'm whiny, man. It's like, oh man, if I got no issue packing this huge honker around when this sucker is heavy as hell, if I got no issue packing this around all day, and I know you got more muscles than I do, then what it is, it's called the anti-camera movement. It means you want something really small and that isn't intimidating, and you look chic because you don't look like a paparazzi with like a real camera. You look like, you know, you want to be professional results, but you don't want a professional camera. You want something that, the new hip is a camera that does not look like a camera. The new cool, word, peace, yo. The new cool is a camera that doesn't look like a real camera. And when you're packing it around, you're more hip, you know, you're like more in touch with the scene. Kind of like everybody, remember about 5 or 6 years ago when everybody in the world was packing around their friggin' iPads? And then people started to wise up and realize, you know, really this thing is only good for watching movies and surfing the web. You can't really do any computing on it because, you know, really it's just like, it's not a productivity tool. It's something you buy for watching Netflix and surfing the internet. You know, it's really cool and everybody loves them, but you can't really be that productive with it because it's so limited. So, the same thing that's going on with cameras right now is the exact same crap that went on with computers when iPads started hitting the scene really hot and heavy. So, there's the real secret behind the small camera. Because it's not a weight and a size issue. Anybody that tells you it is, I don't like hauling that big heavy camera around. Give me a break. Give me a break.